guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I'm welcoming you to the August reading 2017. We are now considered in the dog days of summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you are in California, it's let's see, Southern California is rather warm right now. I cannot speak for the mountains and deserts because I believe they're on fire. I remember spending summers at my grandparents' house in the desert, and there was one year it was 135 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Like, how are we not on fire? Oh, we did cook eggs outside. Like, we put eggs in a like a little skillet, and we just left it outside for like 5 minutes. Bam, eggs were done. It was that hot. What I want to do before we jump into our reading is just let you know some awesome things that are going on in the month of August. So if you would like to take out your witchy calendar and write down some of these things, then you are more than welcome to do so. If not, then just skip on through and we'll get to the reading. So I decided to do this video in the shade. Like I said, it's really warm, and so I have dressed for the warmness. So I'm just trying to keep myself nice and cool. And also just kind of, you know, change it up from instead of just always filming inside my home, since I like to be out in the great outdoors once in a while. First of all, today, August 1st, happy Lammas to everybody. I know it goes by some other names, but the easiest name for me to remember it by is Lammas. So hello, and welcome, and happy Lammas. So there are many ways that people celebrate. Hopefully I can get a video up on how I celebrate Lammas, but this is a time of like harvesting and putting things away, getting ready for the winter time, which is fast approaching, so it'll be here before we know it. August 2nd, those of you that are into astrology and you're wondering, Uranus goes retrograde, so just to let you know. August 7th, okay, so this one's going to be a big one. So we have a full moon in Aquarius, and here on the West Coast, Pacific Standard Time, it'll be, the full moon will be in Aquarius at 11:11 a.m. Like, numbers, hello. It's also known as the corn moon. But then 10 minutes later at 11:21 a.m. we will have a Leo lunar eclipse. So we will not only be in Leo sun, but we will also be in Leo moon, and it will be eclipsing. So if you want to do any magical workings, those of you that do spell work, or maybe you want to do some meditation, or you want to pull some cards at that time, I think those would be a magical time to do that. On August 12th, Mercury will go retrograde until September 5th. So if you were interested in that, those of you that are like, oh my God, Mercury retrograde, we're all gonna freak out. August 20th is considered the marriage of the god and the goddess. So the divine feminine, divine masculine, coming together, both halves, light and dark. So just keeping heads up for that. August 21st, we're going to be having a new moon, and that will be in Leo, and that'll be at 11:30 a.m. Again, this is Pacific Standard Time, West Coast, United States. Plus, there is a solar eclipse at 11:25 a.m. So not only are we having a new moon, but there's going to be a solar eclipse in Leo. So, oh my gosh, there's like so much outer spaciness like happening this month. It's crazy. On that same day is also the festival of Hecate, if you are into that. August 22nd, the sun will enter Virgo. So all of my little Virgoians, Virgoians out there. On the 25th, Saturn will be going direct. So I know that this was, for a lot of people, their Saturn return, so it will be going direct. On the 26th, Juno will be going direct as well. So that's it. That's everything for the calendar. Just to give you guys a heads up about my YouTube channel, I've been trying to do a lot of interesting different new videos, besides just doing like the hashtags and my unboxings and or my reviews, my deck reviews and things like that. But I did recently an interview with my acupuncturist, aka my Chinese mom. She's a really good friend of mine. She really is like a mom to me. And so I just really thought her story about how she got into acupuncture, how she views acupuncture, and how she heals, because I really think she has a gift. She has a really good gift. you know, it's not just a job for her, but, you know, she does a lot of things outside of acupuncture where she's just literally trying to heal the energy in the area, and it's fantastic. So I thought that you guys might enjoy that video. I'm gonna try to do a couple of videos on like some other people that I know, just kind of like their interesting lives. I just like hearing people's stories, hearing people's lives. You know, as an English teacher, I love to teach stories to my students, but I also want them to write their own stories. So I love to hear stories. Like, I love people's story, and I find people fascinating. I think everybody's got at least one awesome story in them. So that's what I want to kind of do, is I want to just, you know, interview some people and hear their stories. So I thought you guys might be interested in that too. On the 23rd of July, so this past month, that was my 1-year YouTube anniversary. So if you guys want to go and check out, I created 3 videos that were free readings for some people that I really dig on YouTube. Of course, there's like lots of people that I dig, but I just chose specifically 3, and I chose 3 different type of divination systems in order to answer a question that they had asked me. So I used conchomancy, which is seashell reading. I did oracle card reading. I did tea leaf reading. So if you're interested, go and check that out as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to the reading. First, for the month of August, the stone that I chose for this month is polychrome jasper. So look at that baby. She is luscious and delicious. So what I think for polychrome jasper is that it is very grounding. It's very earthy. When I think polychrome, when you think of the word chrome, you think of something shiny, metallic. So just because somebody's earthy doesn't mean that you can't shine, you know, I think is what I'm saying. So when I think people are like, oh, if you are, you know, into it being a light worker or something, but you're like way up here, when really being a light worker is just shining your light. So whether you believe in alien energy and outer space and all that awesome goodness up there, you can also be a very earthy person connected right here to Mother Gaia. So that's kind of what I'm feeling with polychrome jaspers. Shine that light, although you got 2 feet firmly planted in the earth or firmly planted in Terra. Me? Okay, so for the month of August, I would like to choose 1 card just kind of for the overall theme, and then we'll go into the different categories that I have for this month. So I have chosen to strictly just work with oracle cards this month. I'm trying to I have a lot more oracle decks than I do tarot decks, and I'm trying to give all my other little babies a chance to be used in these monthly readings. So I'm going to be using the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle for the card that I'm choosing as the overall theme. So here are the backs of our awesome cards, and let's go ahead and give this a shuffle. And what is the overall theme of August in this armpit that we call August? And for a lot of people, if you have kids or if you're a teacher, you're going to be going back to school this month. So school starts for me August 15th. Ugh. Okay, looks like we have a card. Dragon's Pet. So that's funny because just as I'm talking about teachers and students going back to school, it's almost like teacher's pet, but dragon's pet. So the message on here is communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. Okay, so what I'm getting for this month, actually I'm getting 2 things, you know, the whole teacher's pet thing, because I think I'm getting that more than the message that is down here. So when we think of the term, and here it's a dragon's pet, but when we think of the term teacher's pet, you're a favorite of the teacher. You'll do anything to please that teacher. That teacher tends to favor you, tends to smile upon you. You know, if you act up a little bit, the teacher might just kind of poo-poo that and, you know, and help you on your way. So what I'm getting from the universe to be a dragon's pet, you know, dragons are our teachers, animals can be our teachers, unicorns, you know, mystical beings, but also sentient beings here on this earth. You know, we have cats, we have dogs, we have fish, we have, you know, birds, we have snakes, we have lots of different animals. So think of it that way. What could you do if that was your favorite teacher, you know, but this is an animal, what would you do to appease that teacher? you know, how would you try to make him or her happy, and just see what you get in return, what kind of messages. So maybe you are surrounded by bees lately. Now bee is your teacher. I mentioned that because I have been surrounded by bees lately. So if the bee is my teacher, what am I going to do to appease the bee that is my teacher at this time? So I might plant more flowers that, you know, might be good for pollen so that they can take it back to their colony. You know, what other things could I do? Could I donate $1 to, you know, some of the bee rescue type places, or bee relocation, like for their hives and things like that. So, you know, what could I do to make that teacher happy? And in return, it might be interesting the messages that that teacher gives to you. Since that teacher will be like, oh, hey, I'm receiving some special attention. How can I show this student my gratitude? So that's an interesting theme for this month. And I will keep my eye out for some more teachers for myself. For the rest of the reading, I'm going to be using the flower reading cards. And this, I'm going to choose a card for health, a card for wealth, a card for family and relationships, and a card for creativity / career. So I say creativity / career because a lot of times the creative fields that we're in, how we express ourselves creatively, is sometimes the career that we're in, hopefully most of the time. And then family and relationships, you know, there's different ways that we you know, look at the term family. You know, a lot of times our friends are our family. We have extended families. We have adopted families, you know. So that's why I say relationship / family. So let's go ahead and, oh, here's the lovely backing of our cards. Let's go ahead and choose those 4 cards. One for health, la la la. Okay, we got one for our health. Ooh. That is way too many cards. Sometimes the energy is just like a little heavy, so not heavy as in bad, just like a lot of it. So it's like, yeah, calm the freak down. Okay. Wealth. All right, we got wealth. Okay, relationship / family. Relationship. So I always just wait for a card to make itself known to me or it pops out. Okay, career / creativity is our final card for the month of August. Here we go. Okay, so the first card is for the area of health. Just keep in mind that this is a generalized reading, so it's just kind of the general energy that's out there. So it's not meant for any particular person. However, if you do get something out of this, then fantastical. Take what resonates with you and just leave the rest. Just psh. If you would like to get a personalized reading with me, know that you can do that by clicking on the information box below. And I have several types of readings, so kind of whatever you're into is probably there. Okay, so for our health, we have frangipani, which is interesting because that is the flower on the back of the card. And lately I've been running into this flower quite a lot when I go on my walks around our neighborhood. We live on a really hilly area, so I don't usually go for a lot of walks around here. I usually go and walk somewhere else, but lately I've been seeing this. So this is interesting for health. It says freedom. So it's funny that I mentioned seeing this on my walks, and freedom is all about getting out there. So what I'm hearing for health this month is it doesn't matter where you are right now, whether you're in the southern hemisphere and things are cooling off, or you're in the northern hemisphere and you feel like you're burning up in hell right now, but you need to get outside. You need to allow your body the freedom of movement. Whatever movement that is for you. You know, if you are confined to a wheelchair, if you are confined to crutches, if you are, whatever your limitations are, I'm not saying move past your limitations, but allow whatever you can on your body to move freely. So if all you can move are your little fingertips, then I don't know, make some rattle tattle on the piano, but get outside. Maybe bring a keyboard outside. That might be pretty awesome. Actually, that sounds really good. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. I might do that later. But yeah, maybe go for a walk, go for a stroll. If all you can do is sit in a chair outside, just breathe in that life-giving energy, that air. But I'm hearing that our bodies are screaming to reconnect to outside. So whether it's cold, whether it's hot, whether it's mild, whether it's stormy or whatever, just get out there. Go out in the rain if you have to. I mean, it's not like you can't dry off afterwards, you know, just get a towel. It doesn't hurt to get wet once in a while. It also doesn't hurt to sweat if it's really hot outside. So allow yourself freedom. Allow your body to connect to the outdoors this month. Okay, the card that I'm getting for wealth is King Protea. Lessons. Okay, so there was a couple of things that just went psh. Okay, so for wealth, what I'm getting is this is related to money. Oftentimes when we're begging and pleading for cash, a lot of times we think that cash money is the answer to all our problems. It's like, you know, if I just win the lottery, all my problems would disappear. You know, I could pay off this person, I could pay off this bill, I could send my kids to this school, I could do this, I could do that, and all my money or all my problems would be solved. A lot of times there is lessons in having less. So I'm not saying, you know, to have less is a bad thing, but less as in less cash at the moment. So since you might be stuck in an area where you have less cash, what can you look around and what can you fix right now with the cash that you do have? And what is it that you're overlooking? If your focus is solely on money, 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 what are you ignoring? Are you ignoring the, you know, relationships and feelings of friends, of family, of your kids, of your pets? So what is it that you're giving up and ignoring because your focus is, if I just have tons of cash, everything would be better? I mean, you know, I think that, you know, if I had tons of cash, I mean, that would be totally awesome, but I am thankful for everything that I have right now. That's not to say that I wouldn't be overjoyed to win the lottery, like, hell yeah. But, you know, my focus isn't money, money, money right now. My focus is how can I build a stronger relationship with my boyfriend and with our buddy that came to, you know, live with us. How can I build a stronger relationship with my pet, you know, Wally, that you guys have seen in videos? How can I nurture my body? So my focus is in other areas. And I've noticed when I've not focused on what can I do to make more money, money has just been flowing. It's just been, actually it's been really crazy. Like my tarot business is doing really well. There are so many people coming to me for readings for my body and room sprays, and I'm just like, whoa. And it's just because I've been focusing on the abundance that's around me. So there is lessons sometimes in having less physical money. So what does that mean for you? Okay, next card is for our relationships / family. We have Queen of the Night. Power. So awesome. So what I'm getting with the keyword power is there's a lot of power in having a family of like-minded individuals around you. So whether it's a coven, whether it's your best friends, whether, you know, it's your homies, whether it's a best friend, whether it's your favorite uncle or your sister, or, you know, whatever it is, you need to have those people around you. As much as, you know, sometimes we might be solo people, you know, we might like to work on our own and do things on our own. We have to have at least one person that we can call on for strength, for power. You know, in times of weakness, we can fall on that person, and that person will help build us up. Vice versa, when they are feeling weak, we help to build them up. So who is it that you consider your power family? So that's something to think about this month. Who do you consider part of your power? Maybe it's mom and dad, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your husband, your wife, I don't know. So for me, I have a very, very, very small group, but that's okay, because I know that I can count on each and every one of those people in that group. I'd rather have that than 1,000, you know, fair weather friends. So who do you consider your power family this month? Okay, our final card is career/creativity, and we have Sweet Pea. Gratitude. This comes up a lot. So what I'm getting for gratitude is whatever occupation you're in right now, have some gratitude towards the fact that you have that occupation. This is actually something that I'm working on, you know, because there are different areas I would like to take my career, that I would like to eventually take my life. Sorry, I just said take my life. I don't want to take my life. But, you know, there are different directions I would like to go in my life. But I can't forget the fact that I have a really, really stable career as a teacher. You know, this is going into year 11 of me teaching. I'm tenured. You know, I make a really stable paycheck. I'm really good with my savings account. I have great coworkers. I have fantastic students. I work in a really safe neighborhood. I'm at a fantastic school. It's a beautiful school that just got remodeled. You know, there's a lot for me to be grateful for in that. But it's not to say that I don't want to go, you know, eventually somewhere else, you know, but at the same time, you know, I'm saying, hey, I'm really, really, truly grateful for what I have right now. And if I could go in another direction, that would be fantastic too. So just try to think about all the things that you're grateful for in the job that you have now. It may not be, you know, your dream job or, you know, what you see yourself doing for the next 30 or 40 years, but what is it in that job that you can be totally grateful for now, instead of saying, God, man, I hate my job. This job freaking sucks. You know, I can't wait for my life over there, over there, over there. Okay, over there might take a while. It might be a really freaking long time. So, you know, are you going to be miserable for the next, you know, 2, 5, 10 years until that happens? You know, just be grateful for where you are right now. Be thankful for what you have, and then, you know, slowly work your way towards where you eventually want to go. So gratitude is the name of the game. That's it from me, spiritual homies. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions for me, or you have any comments about this particular reading for the month of August 2017, just let me know in the comment section below. Again, if you would like to book a reading with me, know that you can do that by clicking on one of the boxes up here, or clicking on the information box below. I have tons of different readings for you guys to choose from in all areas of your life. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll see you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.